Hey there, chart friends. Lamont here from Chart Guys, checking in on the solar sector and that clean energy ETF. And because somebody asked about it, NEE as well. Again, I'll bring my NEE. All right. So let's see here. So this trade has worked out well. I did get that one fill. It looks so dicey. Oh my goodness. On Friday when I got this fill, and honestly, I was like pretty. It looked really bad, like it was gonna gap down. It was fine, we were looking for fills lower, but I was just surprised at how weak it was on Friday. Whatever the case may be, now obviously we had a nice recovery day today. Let's start with the macro charts. The monthly. Where's my? That's weird. Okay, let's see. Anyway, weekly, we are potentially working on this inside bar right now. We have a shortened week, so just like with Tesla, it's the odds of seeing a weekly inside bar are good, are higher than normal, just because there are there's less time, right? So if we see a bear break of 106.88, then we'll look for that weekly higher low. But there's no sign of that right now. Daily time frame, I don't really consider this much of a lower high. I would just really consider this one move. Like when we get this sideways action, I don't know. I need to see like something more trendy to really consider it a lower high. Like a few bars, right, of direction, not sideways. So for me, this is more just one move. I just consider this a daily higher low over 97.64. What am I drawing? Okay, let's go. All right, so really it's all just about the hourly trend now, right? The gap is filled. 21 EMA held in the daily. We're being mindful of the potential daily lower high under all-time high of 123.66. Again, I don't really consider this a lower high. So for me, it's just the 123.66. All right, we're looking for that daily lower high. So right now, we're just going to monitor this hourly trend. The hourly trend has not changed during regular trading hours. And right now, you can see we're finding some resistance where all these bottoms got put in, right? So it's a really great place to take profit. I actually took it, I think, earlier down here, looking at this level, just because I'm a coward. No, no. It's very often, honestly, I will exit trades early because I'm like staring at it, right? And it's, oh man, it's at this level already. Forget it, man. It gapped up. Just take it. So yeah, I probably would have done better here if I just set some orders at the close. But that's not too much of a difference. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it too much. It's good to recognize it though, right? Know where you can improve. Anyway, we're just watching this hourly trend, all right? So anything over 106.88 will be an hourly higher low. The bulls have a lot of space to make that higher low. So if they are able to do so tomorrow and change the hourly trend by breaking to a higher high over, if this is the high, over 114.01, then they will change the hourly trend, set that daily higher low, and we'll be looking for that daily lower high under the all-time high resistance. So that being said, tomorrow, if you're looking for that hourly higher low, then oops, we're looking for something like that. I kind of I just feel like this isn't done. It closed so strong at the end of the day. It's pulling off a little bit now, but I don't know. If this were the high, we'd be looking somewhere around here for an hourly higher low. But I kind of doubt it. Just watch that 5-minute trend tomorrow, right? See how it goes, because this is a very strong close. 5-minute higher lows and higher highs into the end of day. There was no selling. It's almost like control buying into the end of the day. Really, not really. Not really. There's plenty of opportunity to get out. Okay, so anyway, yeah, just watch this 5-minute trend. If the bears can take this 5-minute trend, then we'll be looking for that hourly higher low. But I don't know. This is a very strong close. I don't know if it's done yet. And this 110 level is probably a good place if that is the high. Something like that, I feel like would be good. Just making sure that the 5-minute is extended. Ideally, you have 5-minute oversold conditions. Probably, I feel like that's a very reasonable target if these levels hold here and we get that hourly trend change. Yes. JKS also working well. Pretty dicey. This one was a bottom fish off of these levels. So ideally, we wanted to get like 4-hour hourly oversold conditions near the channel support line. So another bear break with no follow through. But because we had a waterfall setup, and I don't know if this was in the Wednesday video. It was. It was in the Wednesday video. I believe so. I'm pretty sure. Either way, because this is a waterfall setup into where these previous lows were, I was very comfortable playing the hourly oversold conditions. And so you can see you had a bit of divergence too, right? Where you have this double bottom on the RSI, whereas price action made a lower low. So you see what I'm saying here? Okay, double bottom RSI and price made a lower low. So that was fine. I actually don't know why I got like a 60-18 fill. Why? Anyway, yeah, came into hourly oversold bounce is underway. We still need that hourly trend change to be convinced that that daily low has been set, and there's no guarantees of that, right? It's whenever we're in these consolidation structures, I'm never surprised by like a nice big bounce and then just like a dump back into support. Like if it doesn't happen, great, but if it does, that's fine because you always chop it up, right? This is plenty of space to offer profit taking if you scaled in on this weakness, right? Even if you scaled in, like really early, like how I had it drawn out the night before, there's plenty of space plenty of space to take some profit now. So, and if you got these second fills, then for sure, right? Okay, so always pay yourself so that you can protect some position so that can potentially mature. So we're looking for the potential of an hourly higher low to be set over 57.67, and we'll just be mindful of that 5-minute trend. If the bears can take that 5-minute trend, then we'll be looking for that hourly higher low. Okay, run. All right, so run did not get quite down to where I was interested, but it might still get there because today was not a terribly strong day. And so run is looking for a daily higher low with anything over 63.52 being one. So there's a lot of space for that to happen still. So if we can get hourly oversold conditions, so let's make some adjustments here. Okay, so if you did adjust these levels and moved it up, then maybe you're already in this trade. All right, if you moved it up a little bit, started scaling in when the hourly gets oversold, then maybe potentially you've taken some profit and you've protected it for potential maturation. But if you've not, then ideally we'll just look for a lower down here, right? So you can see the hourly TD support is coming up here. I would be comfortable scaling in on the 50, honestly, something like that. All right, so you would get hourly oversold conditions, looking for that daily higher low into the 50, the golden, the hourly TD support, this S1 for the week, for the week. That's a lot of confluence. And the daily 21 EMA, yeah, I like that. I like this trade a lot. All right, and then of course there's also this previous top, which is probably the most important consideration. I like this trade a lot, honestly. And we have this like waterfall-y kind of thing. Obviously there was a pause here today, but yeah, maybe I'll play this tomorrow as well. I'm gonna rate this. I never have a pen in my desk. Why? It's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, I like this trade for run. And that could potentially be a really fast weekly higher low too, right? Who knows? There's also the weekly 80 MA happens to be right there. Oh, no. So hourly trend is obviously bearish, weak bound so far, potentially a bear flag because you have this hourly trend change with just no follow through, right? So potentially looking at like a 4-hour bear flag kind of deal here, which again would be fine, right? Because we want hourly oversold conditions anyway into this previous high. It's like, that's my favorite trade pretty much. Yeah. FSLR, okay, so all those levels, you know, they're very correlated, right? So, you know, it's not like, it's not terribly impressive that all those levels happen to work. They just happen to sync up, right? It's very simple formula, right? Hourly oversold extension, hourly oversold RSI, looking for a daily high or low into price action levels. You know, it's a very common occurrence, right? This reaction up based off of those parameters. And so let's see, you probably would have got just like one fill, but pretty good fills, right? Because it just flirted with hourly oversold. So you see that again, this RSI divergence, right? It's not a double bottom, so technically FSLR in this regard is a little bit stronger, where price made a lower low and the RSI made a higher low. So a little bit of a clue, right? You also had the perfect 9 or buy signal. That's nice. You see all, you know, that's a thing with like learning a few tools. You don't want to overload yourself with tools, but you'll find that like Confluence is very handy. They all have like different looks, and so when they all come together for these and to affirm a bias, you can get a lot of conviction on a trade. All right, so hopefully if you are in this trade, you have protected as well. And we're just looking for the potential. The hourly trend is not bullish yet. Tomorrow, the bulls will have to show up and defend this low, really defend this low of 96.29, break the higher highs over 199 in order to change that hourly trend and have us confident that this daily higher low is set. In which case, we will be looking for another lower high. Really, we're just range bound. So honestly, we'll just look to continue playing this range. Why is this channel all messed up? Who touched my channel? Okay, yeah. So we're looking at the potential to bears are looking at the potential to top fish this 110 level, right? Whenever we're sideways, we can just keep looking to play that range. And if we get a big push up and then come back and back test the highs, the previous highs, then by all means we can look for another play very similar to down here. We're just looking at this rectangle, right, to divide. I would use this honestly. Yeah. I'm not sure why I had that so wide. Doesn't seem typical. Anyway, now that we're in this consolidation structure, I rather like that one, and the highest close here was this guy. So I like it like this. I'm not sure why it was so wide. Anyway, and that channel was all messed up. Oh, anyway, that's pretty much it. Whenever we're range bound, we just have to play the range. So we can be top fishing up here in the 110s. We can be bottom fishing down here in the low 98s. Ideally, we will have hourly extension because we're looking for daily pivots. So hourly RSI should be extended, ideally. Okay, ICLN came into this gap a little bit, did not fill it. Today had a bull defense kind of day. Very healthy consolidation, right? This daily trend is bearish, but you didn't get a lot of follow through on this bear break. You don't really want to see that. Like when you get breaks and then you know immediate bounces to previous supports and even closes above, that is not a good look for bears. All right, like look at the kind of action that you get here from these trend changes, right? Price action trend change, boom. Price action trend change, boom. Right, so you want to see boom if you're a bear. All right, so right now technically though we're not really looking for a weekly high or low yet because the weekly low of 30.27 is still holding even though we got this daily trend change. Okay, so what are we looking out for here? Really, we're just being mindful of the hourly trend. All right, so yeah, I'm more confident in the resistance line than I am with the support line, but you do have nice affirmation here and here. And these are some nice median line reaction. Okay, that's honestly, I have a decent amount of faith in this, but really I still just prefer this as my primary trade. Right now we have this potential channel structure to watch. Ideally we can get hourly oversold, close this gap, back test these highs. Right, backtest this consolidation structure area, and that would be my ideal trade still. That being said, if we break out technically the hourly trend has changed bullish, but because we're in this potential flagging structure, then I don't put as much weight into it. So if I'm gonna look for an ad off of this, I would ideally just wait for a break. So I want to see this channel break. Maybe we will reject from here, and then come down and look for a higher low play, an hourly higher low play. That's really it. So I would prefer a lower or look for this hourly higher low if we were to break out of this resistance line. Yeah, because on the daily it would be like a back test of the ADMA, right? Like the bears were unable to punch through the ADMA, the bulls defended, and now they'd be back testing it. I like that. Or here. All right. And nope, that's not it. NEE. All right. Start with the macros. Haven't been around in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of 9. Okay. Wait. Oh wow. Alrighty then. So, of course, as soon as I stopped covering it, it started ripping, and now it is testing the all. Is it the all-time high? Yes, it is testing the all-time high. The anticipated move for the year is up here at 92.39. So about $10 away. Weekly chart has not consolidated for a higher low in quite some time. I would just consider this to be the last weekly higher low at 71.94. Daily chart, very similar. Ever since breaking out of this, sideways structure here, bullish. Just been on a tear. Oh, that's right. We were watching this channel last. Yes. Yes, it was like just slow grinding in this channel in this sideways range, and then I think on this day I was like, all right, I'm done, and then it popped. Capitulation, right? Okay, so double top resistance right now at all-time high. If we were to pull back, for me, the last meaningful daily higher low is this. Actually, this is enough, honestly. This higher low here at 78.54. We'd be looking for a higher low over 78.54, which would also be a back test of this highest close, right? This one here on this candle. So I like that level for if we get deep, but for now, we'll just be mindful of the hourly trend, which is it's sideways now. It was bullish and now it's sideways, and we have the potential of a wedge shaping up. Right, so we'll be mindful of this. A wedge, an hourly wedge at daily all-time high resistance, while having not consolidated for a long time, would not be surprised. And we have a daily 9 printed. I would not be surprised to see some daily consolidation. And if that were to be the case, then what would need to happen is the bears would need to defend this high of 83.20, break to lower lows under 81.76, and then bulls will be scouting for that daily higher low, with anything over 78.54 being one. All right, that about covers it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.